It's now been over 6 years that we set up SecureNow. The focus of our company is essentially to sell commercial insurances to SMEs. When I talk commercial insurances, I mean things like property, marine, liability, workman compensation, group health insurance, other employee benefit insurances. On the face of this, this sounds like very technical products, but actually they are not. This market, which I'm talking about, is absolutely huge. Today, the commercial insurance market in the country is about $16 billion US dollars. Of this $16 billion US dollars, virtually 90% of the business is actually done with large companies. And when I say large companies, I mean people who have more than 500 employees or assets of over 100 crore. The moment you start talking to the SMEs, and there are anywhere between 30 to 40 million of those in the country, those SMEs don't get the insurances they deserve. The problem is, they are the people who need the insurance the most. They understand the risk. Many of the SMEs have tried to buy insurance. They've spoken to the chartered accountant, or they've spoken to a life insurance agent, or the bank, or somebody in the friend and family, and unsuccessfully tried to buy these commercial insurances. When you look at insurers, there are about 50 of those. Insurers have the products which the SMEs need. So you have this strange situation where SMEs need the insurance, the insurers have the products, but the pipes in between are missing completely. And really what we want to do at SecureNow is to build these pipes so that we can get the people who need insurances the most and get it to them fast. The market is big. I told you it's about $16 billion US dollars. It's growing rapidly, 20% over the past 5 years, and this is only poised for further growth. That is in terms of the customer segment that we meet. We also have an aspiration in terms of size. And to give you a little feel of that, of the 16 billion, if I look at the largest insurance distributor in the market today, it has a size of about 0.3 billion US dollars. Very small, almost insignificant. And I can't imagine why at least a handful of 4 or 5 distributors will not be at least $1 billion in size in the next 4 to 5 years. Our goal really is to find ourselves in that level. And that's not going to happen magically. It's something that we have to drive and take our company towards. That's the second leg of our aspiration. There's a third leg as well, which is to create an ecosystem for the insurance industry. And why we need to create an ecosystem is because there's so many different players in the market. You have third-party administrators, you have surveyors, you have insurers, you have other brokers, distributors. All of these people struggle to get information on commercial insurances. They need services, they need support, help in claims handling. And I think what we want to do at SecureNow is to provide a platform by which any of these market participants can come to us and take the services they want at a fee. That's the ecosystem that we want to create. And I think if we are able to create a good ecosystem, the insurance sector per se will take a leap forward. The thing which really struck me a couple of years ago was when there was a huge calamity in India. This was the Uttarakhand floods, where the number of people who were killed were well over 1,000 people. But the insured losses from that catastrophe were maybe $500 million, very low. In the same year, there were some other large catastrophes in Europe and in the US. The number of people who died was far fewer. Maybe about 20 to 30 people died, but the insured losses was 3 to 4 billion US dollars. And this left a question in my mind that is the value of human life in India less? Obviously the answer is no. And at SecureNow, if we can play our role in driving insurance penetration in a way that covers people for the financial loss that they suffer, I think our objective would have been met. So put together, these are different shades of a vision that we have, but as you can see, we have a pretty full agenda for the next few years.